Hello, Crispy friends. My name is Abby Gatley, the founder of Crisp Communications, and welcome to another edition of the Crisp Monthly. This is our newsletter where we share updates, marketing tips, and the latest news, all very practically so you can apply it to your business. Now, first up, I want to say, whoa, I can't believe it's been a month since the last one of these that I have done. I feel like it was yesterday. And this really says to me that Christmas is right around the corner. It'll be here before we know it. So this is a little bit of a PSA that now is the time to get your orders in for custom Christmas cards and custom gifts if you're going down that route this year. And if you don't know where to start with that, I have written out my top 10 gifts that are super easy and super impactful. And I'll pop a link to that a little bit further below in the newsletter. I have a little bit of celebration to share with you all as well. Very, very proud of my team. We have just released the 15th website build for this year. It's been a huge amount of work, and we no sign of easing up because we still have another handful or so of websites to deliver by the end of the year. I did mention in our last update that websites were the number inquiry for us at Crisp that month. That is still right at the top of our to-do list, as websites are at the top of our clients' to-do lists. So that's pretty exciting, and well done to the team. Now let's jump over to talk about some marketing news, because there have been a few scandals that have hit the papers this month. Firstly is around LinkedIn, which is a platform that a lot of our clients use. They have released an update saying that hashtags are out. They are going to be phasing out the use of hashtags across the platform, and even more so, they're actually going to be penalizing accounts that are using hashtags. So my advice here is, from your next post onwards, do not use any hashtags in your LinkedIn posts because it may be hurting your visibility. Jumping over to YouTube, they have announced this month that they have become the #1 video platform in the teen demographic, and they have pushed Netflix off this #1 spot. Now, they are increasing across all demographics, and this is just a sign to me that they are on the increase and they are ones to watch. This is an interesting thing for me, and I think it's a really great opportunity for all businesses out there that video obviously is performing extremely well and people are seeking out and consuming it in large levels. So if you don't already have video built into your marketing strategy, now is the time to start. And if you're already doing videos and they're not on YouTube, make sure you get them on there ASAP. Their YouTube Shorts is also becoming very, very popular, which is a reel style video. And then lastly, talking about Twitter, or X. They, as you may know, Twitter has changed its name to X a couple of months ago. And in that transition, they said that any companies that have embedded Twitter feeds on their websites or elsewhere, there's no need to worry. They will be updated automatically for you. We have been keeping an eye out for this, and across the websites that we've come across, that has not been the case. A lot of Twitter feeds are still broken. So because it has been a few months now, my advice here is that if you do have a Twitter feed on your website or elsewhere, now's the time to review it and start to look for alternatives. And if you need any help with that, do let us know. And now that brings me to the #1 inquiry at Crisp this month. I know people love to hear what the trends are. And although websites have been incredibly busy for us in the team, the #1 spot has actually been taken out by podcasts. Crisp has been in the podcasting space for quite some time now. And, since our last update in the last newsletter, we've actually taken on 2 brand new podcasts to manage and produce. And we've also taken on a new client who's looking at our PR services to have them featured on other people's podcasts. It's super interesting. Podcasting is certainly on the rise. The last time I checked, the stat said that there's over 500 million monthly listeners for podcasting worldwide. So it is a massive, massive market share, which I think you might want to be a part of. So, how does this apply to you as a business owner? Well, I think that podcasting is a really effective way to build your brand. And especially if you want to be considered as an expert or as a leader in your field or in your industry or even in your local area. In addition to that, podcasting, just like video, helps you build connection. So the more often that people are seeing you and hearing you, they are becoming more familiar with you. And why this is important is that even though they may not be in a position to, say, purchase or use your service now, in the future, when they do have that need, you're going to be top of mind and you're going to be the person that they're going to call. And one of the things that really does push people away from podcasting is the metrics, the numbers. And you may only get 10 or 20 or 30 listens to an episode, but this really shouldn't be a disheartening thing, because I always say to people that podcasting is an appreciating asset. People will continue to find those episodes that you're on, either for your own podcast or ones that you're guesting on, for months and years to come. So those listens are going to be increasing forevermore. And secondly, also talking about the numbers, I like to often reframe listeners to leads. So there may be cold leads, warm leads, hot leads, who knows? But how often do you actually get the opportunity to get directly into the ears of 30 leads a week, for example? Hardly ever. I certainly know that I do not have the time to be pitching to that many people. So if you consider this reframe from listeners to leads, then this will certainly help you reconsider what success means in podcasting. So because of this trend, I have also included an article about podcasting, just a little bit below, so you can get up to speed with all things podcasting. And of course, if you need any help with launching or managing or even leveraging your podcast, our team will be more than happy to help you. Well, thanks so much for watching this far. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Crisp Monthly. Please let me know if this was useful for you and if there are any other topics that you would like covered. Until next time, take care.